Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We call the Tuesday, February the 2nd work session and special meeting of City Council to order, and ask that you rise for our invocation, followed by the pledge of allegiance.
Thank you for another day here, and that's that you come into our midst. As we began this meeting, be with us and let us attend to the business of the city. These are our blessed prayers in our name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You can see it. Well, I was going to give him a song. We'll go ahead and get started. Item 3 on the agenda, we have a presentation by the Hospitality Council. We have representatives from the Hospitality Council. So please come forward, state your name and address for the record. In this case, it may be prudent to state your business name as well, since you're representing hospitality. And let us know what you'd like to say.
Suzanne Galloway. My home address is 212 Greenwood Avenue, Hartsville. My business address is the Midnight Rooster, 136 East Carolina.
Yes, ma'am.
My name is Brandy Stellingworth. My home address is 555 Redfern Lane. My business is Retrofit Sit and Seat, and that's 152 Memphis Road.
Welcome.
Thank you. Mr. Mayor, Council, good evening, and thank you for giving us your time today. Before we begin, what Randy and I would like to make known before everyone here is that we are for this particular matter, we are the spokespeople for the Hospitality Council. Neither of us are professional speakers and do not claim to know anything, and we do not claim to know every detail of how to approach this matter, but we will do our best to make this presentation to you all. Tonight, there are representatives in the audience from the Hospitality Council, which includes owners of restaurants, hotels, grocery stores, convenience stores, bars, and realtors. There are also representatives here from the Hartsville Young Professionals, made up of employees from Sunoco, Coker College, Duke Energy, and other major employers in Hartsville. We are here tonight to ask you to pass an ordinance for a referendum to allow Sunday alcohol sales in the city of Hartsville on the November ballot that will allow for selling by the drink as well as packaged alcohol. We're not asking City Council to make a decision to pass Sunday alcohol sales or to take a stand for or against this referendum. We're simply asking Council to vote in favor of placing it on the ballot, allowing your voters to decide.
We feel there's a clear need for this vote, and as a young professional, I can definitely understand the frustration that Sunoco, Duke Energy, and other large employers feel when they say they can't keep young talent in Hartsville. And as a business owner, I can tell you that many of my customers have expressed to me that Sunday is a time for family and relaxing, but they would like to have a place where they can go to have a glass of wine with their food or beer during football season on Sunday. Obviously, this simply isn't possible in Hartsville, and especially on Sunday.
Brandy is correct. Hartsville is losing revenue each week to Florence, Sumter, Camden, and Columbia. Not only are business owners losing this revenue, but so is the city. We feel that we all agree that keeping money local will benefit the local economy. This is not about me, and it's not about Brandy. It's about everyone here in this room and our citizens here. If the voters choose to allow Sunday alcohol sales, the city would stand to gain additional accommodations and hospitality tax revenue, as well as revenue collected from the local option permit. It is our understanding that this permit revenue by law can only be spent here in Hartsville on improving tourism-related activities, which helps foster making Hartsville a destination, something that we all can benefit from.
In South Carolina, 20 counties and 24 municipalities have already passed this referendum, with the majority of their councils calling for it by ordinance. And we know that Hartsville can be the next place on the list. We have all gathered here today to show you how important it is to us to keep talent and tourism in Hartsville. All we're asking for is the opportunity to let your voters decide. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you both. Is there any questions from council that you'd like to ask?
Would there be a time limit? You just serve it like in service,
Afternoon, 12
doing church
noon.
service or later in the afternoon?
Again, we have limited knowledge on the whole picture, but I would think as a restaurant owner that we would probably adhere to whatever the, I don't know, the flu laws or what, maybe starting after lunch, after church hours, people coming in for lunch or brunch, and then cutting it off at a decent hour, maybe.
It's our understanding it's 10 a.m. to midnight, but we would need to clarify that they would be able to serve.
Yeah, I don't know what the law states.
I think if you put it to a public vote, you'd have a tough time getting it passed if you say 10. You'd be better off
Well,
after church.
that's state law that dictates that. It would not be set by the municipality.
It can be as early
can,
as,
yeah.
but it doesn't have to be.
That's what we need clarification on.
So, can we can't be more restrictive than the state law.
I'll have to defer to our city attorney on that one.
I'm not sure either, but I was there to find out.
I'm along with Councilmember Shirley. I see where you, I believe you would come into some opposition at 10 a.m., but if you defer to like 1:30 or even noon, like the standard blue laws, there are only certain things you can buy. You know, you go to Walmart and they got everything roped off and everything. Even in stuff being roped off, you can go in and buy hosiery and different items that you would need, for a Sunday morning, maybe to go to church service. And so I would have that, that's why I wanted to ask that question, so that it would not be a barrier and that you could get the best outcome.
I think, go ahead, please.
No, I think the mechanism with a referendum is the right way. I mean, each of us with our own conscience, we can go on the ballot box on election day and vote for or against. And I think it'd be a good opportunity for council, just as the state of South Carolina has in the past with other things, maybe the education lottery, maybe the video poker. We've had a chance to vote up or down on those things. And so I don't think you can go wrong by putting it in the hands of the people.
Anyone else?
And you said alcohol sales for the benefit of council, that would not be an ABC store.
Correct.
So, I didn't know if you were aware, being a hospitality council, in 2012, there was an article in, this was the Florence Morning News, it's posted on SC Now. And the South Carolina, the Hospitality Association of South Carolina, in an article they were writing about Florence voting on the referendum, projected that Sunday sales would increase sales in Florence, South Carolina, just based on Sunday sales alone, $650,000 a month. Didn't know if you were aware that that's the scope of the financial impact of what I guess the people will vote on. But I thought I would share that with the people as well, just so
The
you-
moral of that story is don't go over to Florence with a bunch of drunks. over there. Not for that fact.
Is there anyone else that would wish to speak other than the Hospitality Council? Does anyone from council have anything else for the Hospitality Council?
Could I ask another question? When was the hospitality council formed?
May I speak? May I speak? Okay, so the Hospitality Council was formed in 2014 out of Darlington County Tourism. They had a meeting back, it was probably in the fall of 2014, and they organized at that time. It had been dormant until recently.
Okay. If there's nothing else, thank you all for your time and for representing your professional industry. Is there anyone else that would like to be heard that is not associated with the Hospitality Council?
And it's just an ad hoc,
Okay.
council, outside council, it's not city related at all, it's just the businesses.
I'm not sure who
That's,
affiliated
Would
with.
that be correct? Ms.
that would be
Cornell?
correct. Mhm.
Only
Okay,
downtown?
sir?
Only downtown?
Yes.
That's citywide. Referendum would affect just the city, not the county. Yes, sir.
Anywhere in the city, Burners.
All restaurants in the city would be able to sell drinks.
If they chose to, they don't have to buy the special permit and serve, but if they were wanting to, they would have to. It's close to almost $3,000 to buy. And the city retains those funds to be used for hospitality for tourism purposes.
How much did you say?
It's about $3,000 that comes back to the city just for that permit fee. And then we would also receive 2% on all the food sold on Sundays and also the alcohol sold on Sundays as well.
And that's 3,000 per business.
Yes, ma'am. That's an annual permit.
We aren't counting on this to be Hartsville business section now, alcohol. Is that what we're going toward? We're not talking about a long shot. I mean, when it comes down to the population. And, I don't know, some of you might agree with it. And that's up to the people, if that's where you're gonna put it on referendum.
Okay, if there's nothing further, we want to thank you all for coming and spending your time. This action will be taken up in the next agenda, so it will be next Tuesday. So if you wish to participate in your government, we encourage you to come back and be a part of it. So thank you. And hearing nothing further, work session related, anything further? Nothing on our agenda, then we stand adjourned